Okay, today is all about cozy manga and cozy series, and to be honest, I'm all about it. The Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of coziness is enjoying or affording warmth and ease, marked by providing contentment and/or enjoyment. So I think the goal of this video is to provide 1 or 2 new series to you that will invoke those feelings or vibes while you're reading or watching an anime. So if you like anime, manga, or you just like the vibes here and you want to stick around for more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. We would love to have you in the community, and I have a ton of fun videos planned on the way soon. Now, before we go ahead and jump on into today's video, I want to ask you at home, what are your comfort series? What is that series that you either go back to or you want to check out that just brings you a bunch of comfort? Maybe you've seen the anime and you want to read the manga. Maybe it is your comfort manga series. Let me know down below. All right, but with that being said, there's been enough chitter chatter for the intro. Let's go ahead and get that video started. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks. Let's get cozy together, and I'll see you in just a second. So, welcome back, everyone. Okay, so I think this is the perfect segue into our first cozy series of the video, which I also think and believe that this is peak coziness. Get it? Peak, because mountains, climbing, camping, peak. Okay, no, never mind. All right, so jokes aside, let's talk about for a second laid back camp. So if you want to get into the manga, it is 10 volumes out right now in English. They're all readily available. I don't want to overpromise that, in today's manga buying scene, but they should be readily available, so they're relatively easy to find. You shouldn't have to dig around too much for them, and it's put out by Yen Press. Not only do you get some wonderful information on Japan's geography through the lens of camping enthusiasts, the main story revolves around 2 girls. We have one girl who is sort of a seasoned camping pro already at a young age, and the other one is a new friend, the bubbly friend that knows absolutely nothing about camping, and I would also assume most of us resonate with that character, so it's like we're learning about camping along with one of the main characters, us, the audience, the readers. I would say that Laid Back Camp has phenomenal art, first of all. Number one, it has really good art, whether it's the anime or the manga. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, really good scenery, like shots, especially in the anime, but also in the manga. And also food is depicted really, really well. I would also say that this is definitely a series that you could bundle up with, make some really cozy food with. In fact, I would also wager that you're gonna wanna eat some ramen while watching this show. I can almost guarantee it, but there's so many of those cozy scenes where it's a cold night with warm beverages and blankets, or being alone, going to an adventure on a way to a campsite and finding this really hidden, cute cafe and having a moment there. There's a bunch of really cute, cozy scenes within this one. So if you're looking for those nice, warm comfort vibes, definitely Laid Back Camp is gonna be for you. That's it, I think we can go ahead and move on. I really encourage you to check out Laid Back Camp, and let's quickly move on to the next series. I actually have our next series here physically, and this one is phenomenal, and I really hope you check it out, and it's a perfect transition from Laid Back Camp because there's definitely some Laid Back Camp vibes within this series. You've probably either never heard of it or you've never read it, at least in my opinion. Let me know if I'm wrong down below, and if you have heard of it, what are your thoughts on the series? But let's talk about for a second Days on Fez. Once again, another Yen Press title, and look at Yen Press coming out with some real cozy titles. 5 volumes in total, but the 4th is out for pre-order in English, so there's only 3 out in English that you can buy right now. Hey guys, Editing Boogie here. I have to redo this bit while editing because while I was filming, I didn't think my mic would pick up the gardeners across the street that loudly, so the audio was a little too scuffed for my liking. But let's dive into Days on Fez and why I think this is such a cozy manga. I feel like the story was designed for me. It's a slice of life revolving around music, gigs, playing gigs, falling in love with music festivals, the Japanese music festival scene, camping, relationships, friendships, and all of the little things in between. The manga is packed with cute cafe scenes to full-on bands playing. The characters are well written, and the manga definitely has a warm vibe to it. It's simple moments like packing up a car, getting ready to leave on a road trip, to food at a festival, chemistry between the characters, or camping overnight scenes. The story follows two main characters who are pretty much beginner festival attendees who quickly fall in love with the music. I recommend this series if you're looking for a brilliant slice of life that is refreshingly well done. It will instantly make you want to tuck yourself in and join these characters on their journey and totally get invested into this group of people. Definite laid-back camp vibes with the charming camping overnight at music festival scenes, but more than that, it's how these characters are depicted doing these activities. I would look at this as more of a mature feeling than laid-back camp in the, well, camping department, while still remaining wholesomely playful with beer, barbecue, and rock and roll. So to come full circle, these are my feelings on the manga Days on Fez. And to be honest, I really hope I can see this on more shelves in the future. I do think that this series needs a little more attention, and I personally highly recommend it and hope a few of you check it out. Last note is this would make for a beautiful anime. I hope this gets animated. Don't know if it will, fingers crossed, but this would make for a really cool anime that I think a lot of people would very much enjoy. All right, so for our next series, I don't think any of us expected me to mention this one, but I hope this catches a lot of you off guard, and I hope this is the final push or the first push to get you in the direction of checking out this series. So let's take a trip back in time to the late 80s and early 90s in Japan and in the retro gaming scene. I would like to introduce you to a series called High Score Girl. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty details before we jump into the synopsis. 10 volumes in total with 8 out and 9 for pre-order, so this is a great time to get into the series because it's almost completely out in English, which is fantastic. It's not that many series, so not that big of a commitment. On top of that, the manga itself is pretty readily available. You shouldn't have any difficulty jumping into this one. The anime itself is on Netflix. And I will mention right off the bat, it's immediate cozy vibes. Whether you're watching the anime or you're reading the manga, this series is not only gonna make you wanna cuddle up with a blanket or be next to the fireplace to either watch the anime or read the manga, but you're gonna walk away wanting to play some games. Like I would be shocked if someone could get through this series without wanting to at least either try a retro game or at least just want to be gaming in general. So the story follows our main character who is straight addicted to gaming and is generally really good at arcade fighting games. Until one fateful day where he randomly matches up with a mysterious opponent who really makes him sweat while playing, and even more surprising, this is a girl, a cute girl, a girl his age, and rivals his passion and knowledge for gaming. Not only are you gonna find just really cute romance within this story, you're also gonna find a strong cast of supporting characters that become or already are really passionate in gaming. And wherever there's a series that there are people that are really passionate about things, I am all about that, to be honest, especially if they are activities or hobbies or just a genre of something that I don't know much about. I also think one of the indicators for a cozy series, which High Score Girl definitely fits, is the series bingeable? And I think that this story is definitely bingeable, and you will find yourself wanting to just continue to flip the pages or next episode and next episode. It's one of those series where you're gonna find some people that are extremely adorable in how much they geek out over video games. You're gonna find out some really cool parents and some not so cool parents. You're also gonna get some incredible comfort food. You're gonna get some real cool romantic tropes that have been done before, but are also really cool in this scenario that is in like a retro gaming perspective and how it fits into this story. And you're also gonna get some just adorable competitive moment within this story. In fact, it's not even moment, it's plural. There's a bunch of adorable competitive moments within High Score Girl. So I think you should go to your reading nook or go to the couch or wherever you read your manga or watch your anime, get some snacks, make some comfort food, make a hot drink. You guys know what to do. And take a trip back to the late 80s and early 90s in Japan, and I think you will really enjoy your trip. Okay, so let's talk about my next cozy series, one that I personally really did enjoy, albeit it's a little bit older of a series now, but if you know, you know. Let's talk about Natsume's Book of Friends. Collecting Natsume's Book of Friends is going to prove to be kind of challenging, especially in the manga environment that's right now. The market's kind of crazy, so I'm not gonna go ahead and recommend that you pick this up physically. And there is good news with this. The anime is really well received. That's how I found this series. So and the anime might be the best place to start for 95% of the people that are watching this video. In fact, I would wager that most of us that even know about the series have only seen the anime. But let me know if you've read the manga down below. Let's get into the hard details. 27 volumes in completion, I believe, put out by Viz. So the story follows our teenage protagonist who has inherited two things from his very mysterious grandmother. Number one being the unique gift to see and communicate with yokai. The second thing is a mysterious book of contracts, which leaves Natsume in a very peculiar situation where these yokai are seeking Natsume now, whether they be friendly or aggressive. And these yokai, or spirits, for one reason or another, are seeking Natsume to have their contracts fulfilled so that they can finally rest in peace. Natsume sets off on an uncertain adventure to deal with these various yokai bound to this book of contracts for various reasons. There are some peaceful, while some want to test Natsume or even put him and others in danger. It was one of those finds where I was almost looking for an excuse to be cozy. Have you ever get like that? Like the slightest nudge in the direction of being cozy with a blanket and the heater on, perhaps warm food in the oven, and I'll immediately stop being productive and just on a whim, like, okay, you don't gotta tell me twice, I'm having a cozy night. Does anyone get like that, or is it just me? I would say that this story is profoundly cozy, but I believe there is a charm within some of these older series and the older way of doing art and whatnot that just adds to the magic of Natsume's Book of Friends. So those are my thoughts, and I highly, highly recommend this series. Okay, finished my coffee. It's always a good video when you finish a cup of coffee within it. Okay, so we're finally down to the last recommendation of the video. However, this is not a series that I have yet to read or watch yet. This is, I think, gonna be an insight into how I find the next series that I wanna read. And also, I want you guys to read it along with me, and maybe we can talk about it in my Discord. Of course, links to that will be down below. So the title of the series we're gonna be talking about today is Yokohama Shopping Log. Unfortunately, there's a lot of bad news here. There is some good news, but there's a lot of bad news here, meaning it never officially got released in English. You're not gonna find a physical copy of this. The anime is really old, but the good news is that you can find most of it on YouTube. So just look up Yokohama Shopping Log and you should be able to find it right on YouTube. But I don't know like the chances of us getting like an English release. I mean, it's been years. I believe this series first started coming out in like 1994, so it's already older than like 70% of you guys that are watching this video right now. Just FYI, there are 14 volumes in total that go into this series, so there is a lot of material to sink your teeth into, so that is also another positive. Now, the backdrop for Yokohama Shopping Log is a post-apocalyptic world. Now, there's obviously minimal technology, and Earth itself is quite literally crumbling apart. However, our story takes place in the peaceful moment, sort of just after the storm, as humanity gets to enjoy sort of their golden hour before the world ends. Almost like a gradual, beautiful, profound tragedy, so to speak. Different perspectives of people from all walks of life accepting that the end is coming. Water levels on Earth are rising, landscapes are shriveling up, and we get to witness engineering feats such as planes or cars used for the last time. The curtain on life is falling. This is the final act. This is definitely a series that will make you feel something, so if you need a jolt, this series will definitely be it. I'm expecting this series to destroy me. I'm expecting this series to make me incredibly grateful, to call my parents, to tell them I love them, and to just have an inherent sense of importance for the little things and appreciation for the little things in life. And the irony here is that one of the little things is to read more manga series that I've just always wanted to read. About all of this, our main story follows the adventures of an android called Alpha, who is running a cafe that basically gets extremely low foot traffic, as you probably would have imagined. Now, while the curtain is falling on humanity, Alpha still manages to keep positive and goes outside to explore with a little motorbike and of course her camera. This story is basically about a small, cute, bubbly android that runs a cafe that essentially is meeting others from all walks of life and enjoying life itself when life itself is crumbling all around her. Now I know what you might be thinking, Boogie, how could this possibly be a cozy series? I'm already depressed. This will be one of those manga or stories that forces comfort upon you. This reminds me of a series that I'll probably be smiling a lot throughout the series, while there are also tears on my face. Out of just sheer necessity, I think that you or myself will have to have comfort food. We'll have to go see a loved one, or we'll have to be bundled up in a blanket, or just find a way to comfort ourselves while reading this story. And I think that along with tragedy and lessons and whatnot, I believe that there's going to be a lot of profoundly cute moments as well. And I think that's a very human thing to do when there are times of just pure tragedy. We find a way to smile throughout it, and you will always find positivity and light and just the human connection wherever you are, in whatever time, setting, or place in the world. I think this is one of those unique mangas where you will get a perspective change. No matter how big or how small, that dial will get moved one way or another. And I think those profound series, whether it be manga, works of literature, shows, conversations with people, I think those moments are incredibly important in life. And even if I could turn 3 people, 5 people, 10 people onto this series, I think it's a good thing. That's my next cozy series. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are on that one. If you've heard of it before, hopefully I did it justice. Like I said, I haven't read it, but I did a lot of research on this series even before this video. I mean, like I said, this is one that has been on my reading list forever. I just have this giant wall of manga behind me. So it's been a while before I can get to that sort of series, but it's my next series that I definitely want to read, especially for a nice, cold, cozy winter, 3-day weekend sort of vibe. All right, so those are my recommendations for today's video. I know there were only 5, but I wanted to do a deep dive into 5 series, and let me know what your recommendations would be down below in the comment sections, and what series you would want me to cover in another cozy manga recommendation video that we can do in December. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you'd like to go ahead and support the channel, go ahead and subscribe, of course, but also send this video to a friend that might need a recommendation for a new cozy series, or just recommendations in general. All right, once again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you'd like to go ahead and support the channel, go ahead and mash that like button down below. It lets me know that you're watching at home, and I can continue to make more content just like this. And of course, as always, nothing has changed. If you'd like to stick around for more videos, go ahead and mash that subscribe button. We would love to have you in the community. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Happy reading, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good night.